All right, most controversial story of the day. The UK's first TV ad that promotes abortion services on television. And it is scheduled to hit the airwaves tonight just after 10 p.m. local. The group sponsoring this campaign says it is meant to raise awareness about sexual health. But pro-life groups are blasting this ad, so we want you to take a look and see what you think for yourself.
If you're late for your period, you could be pregnant. If you're pregnant and not sure what to do, Marie Stopes International can help.
All right, so that is the commercial. We've showed you pieces of it throughout. Joining me now for a fair and balanced debate, Anne Presley. She is a policy advisor for Marie Stopes International, the group that produced this ad. And Josephine Quintavalle is also with me. She is a spokeswoman for the Pro-Life Alliance, and I thank you both for being here. Anne, let me start with you. What do you hope this ad will accomplish?
We decided to launch this advert as part of a wider campaign because every year we speak to hundreds of thousands of women who face an unplanned pregnancy, and we know that women out there really need to and want to know where they can access balanced and impartial information about their pregnancies, about their pregnancy choices. Right. What we know is that here in the UK, abortion has been legal for over 40 years, and 1 in 3 women will have an abortion in their lifetime. So we feel it's really important that women both have access to the information, but also that we as a society have a more open and balanced and honest debate about abortion.
Yeah, I mean, this brings it right into people's homes. I know it's supposed to run after 10 o'clock at night, but I'm just wondering, you know, what it would be like if I'm sitting there watching with my young daughter and it starts some of the questions that might provoke. I'm not sure, how a lot of people would feel about that ad being pushed into their home. So, Josephine, let me talk to you. Do you think that this ad is, providing a place for young women, older women to come who find themselves in this situation to get more information?
No, I've worked for 20 years as a crisis pregnancy counsellor, and I can assure you that Marie Stopes doesn't offer any crisis pregnancy help at all, apart from abortion. It's a very cynical and shameful marketing exercise. The product is abortion, the brand is Marie Stopes International, and they're trying to corner the market. I think the American public needs to know that abortions are paid for in many cases by our state. State-funded abortions are on the agenda in the United Kingdom, and Marie Stopes is one of the major providers of abortion. So in many respects, this ad is being funded by the sale of abortions.
Yeah, and that would get a lot of attention here in the United States because there's been a lot of talk about whether or not the new health care plan would, in some instances, allow some public funding to go towards abortion. So when a young woman comes into the offices at Marie Stopes, and let me go back to Anne on this, do you advise her that she has a lot of options, that she could carry that baby to term?
We are a sexual health provider, and every year we receive 350,000 calls to our helpline. Out of those, we will see 65,000 women for abortion services. If we were peddling abortion, then surely we're not doing a very good job. I think in addition, the American public also needs to know that here in the UK, we carried out a survey which showed that less than half of the public knew where to access specialist unplanned pregnancy advisory services, which I think really shows that the public out there needs information, impartial, not non-judgmental information that will empower women to make their own choices about whether or not they carry on with the pregnancy.
I hear what you're saying. Josephine, let me ask you this, because before I let you go, I want to talk about the fact that this is on television. I mean, we don't allow these kind of ads on TV in this country. I wonder whether or not we will down the road. We don't allow tobacco ads on television for a number of what many people see very good reasons. Why is this allowed on TV now, Josephine? And then quickly to Anne.
Well, I mean, as we speak, lawyers are looking into whether or not it is actually allowed. I think Marie Stopes has marketed it as an abortion advertisement, but until one's actually seen the ad, we don't know. But I think we need to talk more about the money behind all of this. If you ring up Marie Stopes for post-conception advice, they have only abortion on their agenda to offer you as a support for somebody in a crisis pregnancy situation. And this is the bottom line too. You pay for that telephone call. £80 for a telephone consultation on your crisis pregnancy. Nobody in the pro-life movement in the United Kingdom charges anything whatsoever for the work they do. Unfortunately, because they're not getting income for abortion, they can't advertise the way Murray Stopes can. But this is taxpayers' money that's paying for most of the abortions.
I understand your point. I want to get back to Anne before we leave. And, any reservations about this being on television and sort of pushed into people's homes in a way that a lot of them might not want it to be?
You have seen the advert. I think it's very clear that it's not offensive. We're aware that there are a number of people who will always oppose abortion, but as an organisation, unlike what Josephine has been saying just now, we feel it's really important that we trust women to make the right decisions about what they think they should do and whether or not they carry on with an unplanned
we'll see what the
pregnancy.
response is in the
back
UK
to women.
To this ad on television for the very first time, an ad that offers abortion services and tells people where to go to get information on it. Thank you, ladies. It's very good to have you here. Josephine Quintafale and Anne Kwasny, thank you.